Okay. I'm here with my friend Charlie. This is Charlie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Charlie Pecoraro.
Pecoraro. Lovely last name.
Is it? I know a lot of Italians with much nicer, more commercial names. Like I worked for the Michelli family for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Easy. I knew some girls in college. Danny Di Loretta. Oh, Liz Donatelli. It's like so easy.
Uh-huh.
Pecoraro is a lot of vowels. It's
I know when I look at it, I don't know how to say it.
yeah.
I think I had to ask you how to say it.
If
at
you
one
hear it
point.
once, then it usually sticks. But out the gate, it's a little bit of a hurdle.
Uh-huh. Is the R, do you roll the R a little bit?
It's more of a pecoraro.
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 So I guess there's a
Okay.
very soft roll in there. That's how a
Okay.
Sicilian would say it.
Okay. So Sicilian Italian.
Yeah,
Okay. That is like a region that's very specific, isn't it?
It is. It's very different. It's kind of the mutt of the Mediterranean because it's Sicily is an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, and everyone, when they were going from some place to another, decided to conquer it on the way and left DNA and architecture and food.
Oh.
So that's why I think I sometimes play racially ambiguous a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Or vaguely Latino, or
Mhm.
some people even say Eurasian, but I think it's because I have kind of a little bit Arabic eyes.
Oh.
Just a little.
Interesting.
So I haven't done a 23andMe, but it's probably a potpourri.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I also go out for like an ethnically ambiguous kind of thing, but my 23andMe says I'm mostly Northern European.
Okay.
So I'm pretty
Maybe like some Icelandic or something.
Finland. I had
Yeah.
some Finnish.
Because you have a sprinkle of something that's different in there.
Yeah. Different.
Mm-hmm.
Vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Culturally diverse. Good word.
Mm-hmm.
Good word. So we know each other from acting, and Charlie wrote a book, or is in the process. In process. So we wanted to talk about process today, and the process of a creative endeavor like writing a book is a journey. And I would love to hear about your journey in writing a book, because I see myself writing a book as well, but more about my lived, like somewhere beyond fiction and nonfiction combination of the two of my lived experience. But I'm curious to see what inspired you to write this book and your process.
Yeah, I was about to quit acting.
Yeah, right? They say that's when it happens.
For the,
Uh-huh.
I think if you don't, seriously examine yourself every 3 years or so, usually what I do is I'll get real down and I'll say, what am I doing with my life? I have no talent. It's not going to work out. And I go drive up along Mulholland. And I look at this city, the valley or the city. It depends where I find myself. And I say, look out there. And I say, God, what am I doing? And then usually I just say, I'll drive back down the hill and give it another go because I like it too much. And I was at such a crossroads like a year and a half ago. And I was approaching my 1,000th audition because I keep track like a maniac. And
is this commercial, theatrical,
all together,
all auditions? The 100th time you've auditioned for something.
1,000.
The 1,000th time, yes.
Not including callbacks.
Okay.
And I was kind of looking for a sign. Some signs fell into place, and I said, "Okay, I was either going to quit or I was going to double down." So the signs fell into place, and I said, "Let's double down.
Yep.
Let's bait the hook to fall back in love with this."
Mm-hmm.
And so that it kind of led me to do some recollecting. Think about some of my early days, how I started out. I just started writing a little bit just to reminisce. And it came out like a fire hose for me. It came out real fast and strong. And I said, wow, I really think I have something here, because it was just like I had been thinking about these stories and this history and lessons I've learned and tips, tricks, and hacks that I have put into place, and learn from others or myself through my own mistakes. And I thought this maybe could really help some people starting out to not step in the same puddles or to step in different puddles.
Or to know it's okay. Like, if you step in this puddle, you'll be fine.
You gotta.
You gotta step in this puddle, yeah.
Yeah, no one has dry feet. Yeah. So I there's a lot of imposter syndrome that goes along with this. I've been very fortunate to have great representation and to have auditions turn out pretty well. And but there's always like, those real hard hitting people in your category that you see. I'm watching the Super Bowl, or actually I'm really just watching the commercials, and I'm seeing somebody, or you ever been someplace and the TV's on in the background and you'll hear a line of dialogue and it's like way in your brain.
I've said that
like,
before.
Yeah, where do I know that from?
Yeah,
it's totally. From some sides that you did a self-tape.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I auditioned for that. Yep.
Yeah, who got it?
Yep.
Who's the one who got it? But they can write a book too if they want.
Yeah. Well, can we put a pin in that? And the imposter syndrome. For a long time, I was like, I don't understand that. Like, who are you trying to be if there's an imposter syndrome? And then I'm looking into my own personal like self-doubt and worthiness. And in there, I saw the imposter syndrome. I was like, oh, you don't think you're worthy of this. And that's because you think you don't deserve it, which would make you an imposter. Like you're just like, but there's an energy behind it, there's an insecurity behind it, which is like, don't find me out.
You're going to get discovered.
Don't find me out.
Someone's going to break into your home and say, imposter.
Yes, exactly.
It's such a funny... such a funny syndrome.
It is a
there's Stockholm, there's bars, there's a whole bunch of them. Anyway,
lots of syndromes. Yeah.
But
Epstein-Barr syndrome.
Epstein-Barr, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, to be found out. You don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Why are you? What gives you the right to say these things in the book about your own journey? I guess, I give myself the right.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, it's it came out of me pretty quick. I did a lot of revisions on it. I sent out some chapters to some friends to read for a little bit of feedback, and I started formatting it. And in that time, of course, like I was continuing to audition, and I'm learning more things, and I'm thinking about it through the analytical eye of the writer.
Author.
Yeah. And it's like a film where you get in post-production and it just lasts longer than you think it's going to. So I got a couple more things I got to add in there, and then she'll be ready for the world to enjoy.
Yeah. When you sent it out to friends to look over and get some edits from, how was your imposter during that process?
Yeah, that's the bravery of creating, right? Is that it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Here's something that's from inside of me. It could be how I see the world. It could be how I view love. It can be how I view myself or spirituality or whatever it is. Here's like a truth about me. Judge it.
Yeah.
Judge me,
Yeah.
And it's a hard ask, I've found, to ask people to read things that you've written.
I think you sent it to me, and I don't think...
there you go.
I think you sent it to me. And then I think it got lost in my emails somewhere. And yeah.
It's a common thing. And someone offered or asked me if I wanted to read the script that they had worked on. I said, sure, yeah, send it over. In the back of my mind, I'm like, am I really going to read it? Am I really going to read it? But if I tell her I'll read it, I'll read it.
You had some integrity to your word.
Well, I haven't done it yet, but
Oh.
she hasn't sent it yet.
Right. Okay. But you're like.
But I could feel the guilt in her voice, even just to ask me.
Yeah.
But I did get some good feedback.
Yeah.
But I still don't know really what anybody thinks of it, because 2 people have read it in its entirety.
Uh-huh.
And they were nice about it. And I don't know if I trust them.
Uh-huh.
To give
because they're just nice. Because they're just being nice.
I don't know. I want somebody to give me some more hard criticism.
Yeah, because then you can correct it. I mean, we're actors. We take direction really well. Like, tell me how this can be better. I want to be better. I want to be better, and best. So, if you see, I love a constructive feedback. Be gentle with, I work better with a positive reinforcement. Don't like chop me down at the knees. And also say, let's try it this way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You know what? I'm going to read it and I'm going to give you some.
It's too late. It's too late. It's almost done.
I'm going to give you some harsh feedback, Charlie.
There's a big narrative hole in the middle.
Like, let's sit down and have a
That's
coffee.
What you call auditioning?
Uh-huh. Wow. Well, I mean, are you giving it to people that know about it? Like, are you giving it to other experts in the field of auditions? Okay,
and
good.
I just gave them a couple of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chapter or 2 on casting, so I sent it to casting directors. Mostly it was to actors. I sent the chapter on representation to my agents.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So
you were thoughtful about it.
Yeah, because I don't want to love it in a vacuum. I think I have a pretty good self-analytical eye, but that's like a fear, that I'm blind to something I totally missed that I should have said, or I am too colloquial in it, and maybe there's not enough of a serious tone, or it's too serious. Maybe it's patchy and inconsistent in its style. I've written a lot. That was my focus in college, but I haven't written a book. So it's new.
Yeah. How do you think auditioning has been since you decided to write a book? Are you walking in there with a little bit more reckless abandon? Are you surrendering more to the process? Are you going in there with more of that analytical, like, I'm going to write a book about this, so now I need to kind of really figure out what it is that I'm doing so that I can break it down in the book?
Yeah. I think about the things that I wrote in the book more now when I'm in the space. Because even though I've thought of the things and I probably do them most of the time, maybe I don't do them every time. Maybe I don't need to do them every time. But I'm thinking about it more now instead of just kind of having it be a little more loosey-goosey. And also, like, I'm constantly like, notes to fix in the book, something to add.
Oh, okay. Good.
When I walk in, I usually have a lollipop.
Really?
A Manuka honey lollipop. Because my Broadway friend, James Snyder, he says that it's good to like lubricate your voice. Oh. So that's like a little bit of honey to lubricate the voice.
Oh, hot tip.
When I drive from my home to an in-person, I'll put some music on that I could sing to, warm up my voice a little bit, so it doesn't sound like this.
Right.
And then I pop in that lollipop and I walk in, and for me, it's a little bit of a grounding.
Yeah.
It's a little
kind
bit
of a carefreeness when you're coming in with a lollipop.
Yep. I feel good. I feel grounded. I feel fun. I say my hellos to people I know.
And you do. Like, I follow his Instagram, and he's always seeing people in the audition room, and he's like my old friend, and we reconnected that way too.
Yeah.
Because we had seen each other when self-tapes when we were filming virtually because of the pandemic, and we saw each other through a screen, and then I booked that.
Yeah.
Budweiser, and then we saw each other in real life and got to reconnect in person. So yeah, and I mean, you've got your reps in, so you're seeing people in a lot of auditioning.
Look, I remember when I first started out, and I would go in, like almost like, don't notice me. I'm not worth noticing.
Yeah.
This is like 25-year-old Charlie.
Yeah.
And I'd see these guys come in,
Yeah.
like they knew everybody. Hey, what's going on? Sonnenberg. Yeah, Ross Lacey, what's going on? Ed Flores. And they come in, they see people, they hug them, kiss, and how you doing? They know the sign-in person and the session director. And I was like, oh man, these guys know everybody.
Relationships.
I'm never going to book this. They got it all right here, all wrapped around. And then now that's me.
Good. That's great. I love that.
It took a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
To feel it.
To
have it realize itself through going on auditions, booking things, getting work, meeting friends on set and in class, building a community. Which I really do hammer home, I think, in the book. Because it's not just about booking. Yeah, we all want to book. We all want to make some money off of this. We all want to work. But a lot of the work is not on set. It's before you get to set. It's cultivating yourself and the community. And it's so satisfying.
Yeah. And we saw each other at Boise's going away party as well. And that was a community.
Boise is one of the first people I met out here.
Really?
Yeah, he had a commercial. I mentioned him in the book because he had a commercial auditioning class called Bookin'.
No.
Yeah, with a big binder. I kept it for years.
I didn't know he had his own class.
Oh, yeah. This is like 2005, 2006. And I just got rid of it like 3 years ago. I wish I had kept it because it would have been nice to like see how he organized his thoughts. But he basically wrote a book.
Yeah. That
was a workshop. And
he's written a couple books now.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. How's Your Heart?
Oh, yeah. I do know that.
Yeah.
That's
you know
right.
that. I look up there because it's up there. But I mean, he would be somebody to kind of send it through, and I bet he'd read it.
I asked him, and he was busy moving.
Oh shit! Well, he was busy moving. He was moving
to Hawaii or France to learn to paint or something phenomenal.
He's doing something. He's out there. He's doing things. But you could revisit that.
He kindly declined because he just said he didn't have the bandwidth at the time.
I'm sure his bandwidth is open.
But he responded. So that was great.
That was great. So tell me, you first met him. You took his class Bookin'.
Yeah. And I booked my very first audition.
Wow.
Yeah, which was one of the biggest commercials I've ever done.
Wow.
Ford Explorer, National, SAG. It was awesome.
Okay, so let's tap into that because I also had like a booking spree
in the very beginning
in 2017. So it was like it was kind of like I had been doing some work and I was like self-work and I was like feeling confident in a way, and I was just like, oh yeah, I got that. Oh, there was like a momentum. There's something about that momentum, and I just felt like maybe I was like lighter and brighter. I don't know. What do you feel got you that role? What did you book?
Sheer ignorance.
Yeah, it's bliss.
I don't know if
ignorance is bliss.
I guess they literally had me carry a steering wheel across the room. And they said, Charlie, just throw it away. Just just don't do anything. Because apparently I was carrying a steering wheel with some sort of intention. And they're like, okay, thank you. And this was over at, you remember, was it 2700 Ocean Park?
Yep. I work a couple doors down.
2701?
Yep.
I think it was,
Kathy. I work at 2901.
2901.
So I know exactly where. Is there still a casting office there?
I do not believe
closed
so. Yeah.
Post 2020.
It was Kathy Carlton.
Yep.
It was straight to a veil because they don't need to see me do that again. It was just a look, and I booked it, and I was flabbergasted, and I made so much money on that commercial, and just spent it all.
Yeah.
I took everybody to lunch. I picked up every round of drinks because I thought it was just going to be coming in.
Keep on coming.
I was like, get Charlie is here. Hollywood, get a load of me. I'm I'm gonna start booking. This is what they've been waiting for. And
Yeah, I have arrived. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
pwah,
Yeah.
it was real slow after that.
Yeah. What is that?
That is called cruelty on the part of the industry. Just gave me this sweet nectar in the beginning, and then played hard to get for a while. So it's really hard to say, like, when you get hot on a streak and you're getting tons of avails and
You get
book a
cocky?
few. I don't know. I don't know.
Get on the hot streak because we see it. We see it in gambling. Well, what I'm thinking about is what we see in lottery winners. People that will win the lottery, they get the $1 million jackpot, and then they spend it all and they are back. You don't fall to the level of your you fall to the level of your systems or your own expectations. So if you don't have the capacity to like hold that container of money or abundance or opportunity and sit at that table, you'll lose it. There is like an energetics to it.
There's a book I just read this past year. And maybe you'll have to put it in afterwards. I have to find it.
Okay.
But it's trying to tip my tongue. Where he says, if something's going really great for you, you'll kind of auto adjust to the level of success or happiness that you're used to. So that's why a lot of times when you see some people become very successful in some things, like let's just say business, their personal life will deteriorate. They're probably also, not allocating time to the people they love and care about, but there's a level of self-sabotage that needs to get them to a level of happiness that they're used to and that they feel subconsciously that they deserve. I had an amazing 2022. It was filled with booking and travel gigs and, going to Europe. It was just fantastic. And I was so nervous that 2023 could not live up to it.
See, you inserted that. You said it.
I know, and I really tried not to.
Prophesized it.
I really tried not to. I said, Charlie, you can't get into this headspace.
Don't think
this
that.
is a bad way to start the year. And I couldn't not do it.
Yeah.
I tried like hell. And sure enough, I had a shitty 2023.
Yep.
So.
And then how was 2024? How were the other succeeding years?
It was a slow climb back.
Yeah.
Last year was like kind of
fruitful?
It was bifurcated, like the first half of the year was pretty slow and the second half was like
okay.
So that was the momentum that I'm taking into this year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And we got the fire horse coming up.
The fire horse.
That fire horse. We're gonna ride it. So what I know about the mind is that it's going outside that comfort zone, which is, it's not necessarily comfort, it's what the mind and the ego finds familiar. And so that's why we subconsciously self-sabotage. I've done it. I wrote an ebook. I wrote a 92-page ebook about how to keep yourself at a higher frequency so that you don't fall back on this. I have this whole wheel of fulfillment, all the areas you're fulfilled in.
Okay.
But since I wrote it, then this is just accountability for me because I keep wanting to like do a live class on it and teach people to do it, for myself included, because I know when I was doing it and practicing in 2021 and 2022, I was booking. I was bringing in the most money I've ever made in my life. Like I was doing it, and then
what were you practicing to keep yourself in a space of what?
Of feeling like I am worthy of all the things. I'm enough, and I don't. It's a kind of falling back in love with yourself and falling in love with what's right in front of you. And for me personally, a lot of it is self-love. And there's like practices on like using your breath and just parenting your inner child and just telling yourself that you deserve this. You deserve all the money. You deserve all the jobs. You deserve to be the actor on the stage. What story are you telling? I've been telling a story that I'm a trying actor in LA. Like, I'm gonna give it a go. But like, I'm done telling this story.
Mhm.
Like, if we want to be authors, let's tell a better story of our lives and say we are the actor that started here and now we're here, because this is the story we are now choosing to tell. We are no longer just writing a book about going to auditions and how many auditions I've gone to. Now we get to tell you about how many things I've filmed and have been, distributed throughout the world and touched the lives of millions. It's reorganizing that subconscious so that you can expand your capacity and your energetics so that you can actually get to the thing. And that's a whole nother, the thing.
What's the thing?
The idol.
Yeah.
The goal, the expectation. And so all you see is you and then the space between you and the thing. Right? And you're comparing yourself to that other person that was in your category, and you're like, oh, they booked the job. And you see the A-lists of the world that you would like to have a taste of what they have, but all you see is actually the separation between you and them. So you're idolizing something outside of yourself when truly there is no separation between you and it. It is just your head. It is only in your mind that is making that separation. You can say, I get to have that. There is no separation between me and Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie. Like, I get to have that.
I'm so tired of trying to get my brain to that space. Because, like, I hear what you're saying for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Not from you, but just in general. And it's like there's a lot of things I feel very good about myself.
Yeah.
Around. I struggle with saying I deserve anything. I don't know why that is. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's for other people to say about me. Charlie deserves this. I don't know why. I don't know what's behind that. I feel good going into an auditioning space. I feel good putting myself on tape. I know that I'm a capable and experienced and skilled and practiced actor. The part about it's funny because it shouldn't be like the effort to reach up should be so great. It should be probably more like settling within a peace inside of yourself.
Yes.
To allow it.
Yes.
So it shouldn't be so much of a striving. It should be a relaxation into it and to trust and I feel like I experienced that at different times, but I don't know. It's I guess we're all on a different journey. I mean, this is a lot different place than I started when I first came out here. So,
can you give yourself permission to put yourself out there and not care if anybody's going to tell you if you deserve it or not?
I did do that.
Yeah.
I did do that.
Yeah. And then can you also tell like yourself that instead of being a professional auditioner, you can be a professional actor that's on set every day?
I love being on set.
What does that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we breathe into that feeling more? That's like the law of assumption is saying I'm already there. I was getting ready for, going to the Pilates studio this morning, but I was like, it'd be really cool if my car was out front picking me up to go to set today. Like that's what I think. And then I was at the gym and I was like, I'm going to go home and read a script because that's what I would do if I'd be reading my script for the night before. If I had I try to play those little games with myself just because otherwise, if I'm not consciously thinking anything and I'm just letting this monkey, she's a lunatic.
And you'll stay in this space. You'll stay in this ring.
Yep. Yeah. I just stay in this ring. If I don't dream about, like, I remember dreaming about this place. I was like, I want a little casita all to myself. I don't want to share a wall with anybody. Just want my own little studio. Da 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 da. I got it. Now it's like you have to dream beyond the dream. So we act because it fills us up. It brings us joy. We want to tell stories. We want to share in that collaborative process, that community that you talk about building through going to auditions and when you get the gigs and everything. And I just love being so deeply a part of that process of making a film and television, to tell that story, to make people laugh, to move people, and to have that audience. So to allow in more of that feeling, because any desire that we have, we're desiring the feeling we think we would have from having it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we get stuck in the dreaming of it, and then we're like, we get down on ourselves, and then we drive up to the top of Mulholland Drive and we're like, God, what the hell are we doing here? Like, why am I here? Like, I hear myself saying, if you're not in the film industry or entertainment industry, why are you in Los Angeles? And then I had to check myself, and I'm like, girl, you're teaching Pilates, like, and doing hypnosis, but like, you could do those things anywhere.
Sure.
You know? So I had to check myself, and I said the same thing. I was like, you're either getting the hell out of LA or you're going to double down.
It's not always an easy town to be in.
No, it's not an easy.
She demands a lot.
I love trees and forests and babbling creeks.
She's short on that.
She doesn't have those things,
no.
You know? So and then I think, oh, well, it would be nice to have a farm, and it would be nice to have this life and this family. Like, I feel like I've put like a part of my life on pause. I'm like, can I get married and have a kid when I'm like not, like, I feel like I'm not very, I don't know. I feel like I'm not done yet, like, or something. There is like a bit of a thing there.
But it could go like that, you know?
Yeah, you can merge.
Yeah,
you can merge.
They'll both look different.
And it'll look different. But at the end of the day, when I come back to, I'm like, what is it that I actually want? I'm saying I want to be a professional actor, and the rest will come, because that feeling of being a professional actor will be that amplifier that will let all the goodness
I
come
guess,
in.
but I hear so many, or I have heard so many legends over the years say that they think every job is going to be their last job.
Why?
That's like the actors.
Oh.
It's like a classic actor's fear, because gigs come seemingly out of the ether.
Yeah. They call that miracles.
And to have a career that has any longevity to it is an extended miracle.
Yeah.
But that's what a lot of actors fear. I mean, classic legends.
Yeah.
They're in their 70s, 80s. They've been working for 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
And they'll say, I'm just worried I'm never going to get another job.
Right.
Because someday they'll be right.
Yeah. But that's like settling into your impending death every day. Like, one day I'm going to die.
Yeah. And yet they work. So that's what's crazy.
So that's a mind fuck.
I know.
That's a mind fuck. We got to get out of the fear. And we got to refocus our energy into like, what can we do in this moment? I think it's great that you are like, I'm going to write a book about it, because you're still in the energy of like, okay, how can I help other actors get what they want? You know, I think you're still in this energy of like, acceleration of forward focus. You're not living in the fear or the comparison of like, well, this might be my last job.
I don't live in that space very often. Comparison just a little bit, but honestly, it doesn't. As an only child, I think that I just spiraled into my own, interests.
Yeah.
And so I don't compare myself too much, but the book, I have a hard time promoting myself.
Right.
But I've been thinking about reframing it
Mm-hmm.
in a healthier way, one in which it would be, I can be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I can help somebody with this knowledge, with my experience, with the time I've spent doing these things. This could have extra value outside of just for me. It could be for other people, and that's something that I could get excited about. So I need to think about that as I finish the book and learn how to market it.
You're being of service.
Yes.
It's your service.
And that I could really
like that
joyful
is
about.
And truly as an actor, we are being of service.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the service industry. There is no like, it does not escape me that most actors tend to be in the hospitality industry. Like, we are like, put us to work. We want to be of service. Like, be our guest, put our service to the test. You know, we'll tie a napkin around your neck and, you know, like, we're going to do the thing for you. We want to be of service. We want to help you. We want to offer. And I have to do that with, it is a reminder of like, cause I'm like, oh, what are they going to think? What, like, it's not even like what the masses think. It's more like what my inner people think, like my family. And then I'm also just like, and I just have to show up as myself. I was talking to my mom yesterday kind of about this, and she was like, Ashley, you came out happy and you're still just so happy. And like, I love that for you. Like, sometimes I think you're just like, you know, might be a little oblivious to like what's actually going on because you just don't let the
should all be
stuff
so lucky.
drag you down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, good. Now, how do I feel like what I do is I'm like, hey, everybody, attention, please. And then I'm like, oh God, everybody's looking now. Okay. You know, like I get shy once I have everybody's attention. What's that?
Were you a theater kid?
No, I wasn't. Because I was very hyperactive, and then it was like, shut up, sit down, don't talk. I was like a lot of like, you're too much, you don't know when to stop. Were you the youngest? Nope. I was, so I have a bit of I have an older brother that I share the same dad with, but we didn't grow up together because he grew up with his mom, and I didn't grow up with my dad either. I grew up with my mom, who then I had a sister 5 years younger than me.
So you're in the middle.
I'm in the middle.
Screaming for attention.
Yeah. So yeah, sort of. But then, you know, then my younger sibling came out and she was actually the one screaming. Oh. And then, so I was just like making sure everybody else was okay. So then like, it was more of like I don't know, like I didn't want to like step on any toes. I was always just like
peacemaker.
I'm a peacemaker. Like, why can't we all just get along?
You were the equilibrium of the family.
I play that card in most rooms. And I will play devil's advocate to do so. You know, like I've had this like aperture where I can go into the room and I can like feel the temperature, and I can feel who's hot, and I can feel who's cool, and I can feel who's way down in the dumps. Like, it's a gift, and also it's a gift. It truly is a gift.
To be empathetic, yeah.
Yeah. And
I feel that.
And to be that, to remind myself that like my presence in a room is of value, because essentially as an actor, you're getting paid for your presence. So to think of like I walked in the other day and I was all dressed up to this room and everybody was like, whoa, you look good job, girl. I was like, you're welcome. And I was like, whoa. And yeah.
Yeah, but you vibrate very high. Like
yeah.
The way you present yourself, consciously and unconsciously, you have charisma when you walk in. You're a big ball of love.
Yeah. But I think it's important. That's your service.
Yeah, sure.
Right? I think as actors, that is our service. Of like, we showed up. Come on in.
Here's what I got.
Yeah. Come into my world. Come see it from my point of view. Come play my game with me. It's like it's like an invitation. And I think we have to remember that we all have our own unique invitation to invite people in and to tell our story. And then we're also very collaborative, and we want to tell a story with all of us here as well. And so I think within that key of being of service, there comes that permission slip. There comes that worthiness. There comes that refocus of, instead of like promoting myself or selling the thing or joining in on the capitalism game, it's like, you have a lot of experience. You got a lot of reps in, Charlie. Like, people want to know about that. A new actor would certainly want to know how it's been auditioning, and what puddles to jump over and what puddles you're just going to probably have to walk right through. you know?
I have to think about it like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you write a book and it exists in the nothingness unless you talk about it, unless you trumpet it up a little bit.
Mhm.
And I have to do that with a genuine enthusiasm, or else I will not be able to do it.
Yes.
And I have to recognize the truth of it being helpful and that it can be of service.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that
Stay tuned
later
for
this
that.
year.
Well, and then so I find I don't want to say a lot, but I also find that I've been kind of saying I'm like, I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book. And I've like a bunch of different documents with like just stream of consciousness writing on them. There is no formatting involved yet. And I do think there is something, there are some things we want to keep a little close to the chest until they are actually, you know, if it's just a seedling is still under the ground, we still kind of need to keep it under the ground before it can like sprout up and bloom and has that, you know, it kind of can speak for itself.
Sometimes
so how's that
speaking about the
process
thing, sometimes speaking about the thing can almost feel as good as doing the thing.
Yes.
And I've noticed that if I have an abundance of ideas all the time, and if I share it, because I'm more of an idea person, it's almost like, okay, I don't need to bother with it anymore.
Yeah. Are you a generator in your human design? Do you know your human design?
Which is that the numbers? Is that the
it's like all
Myers-Briggs?
Both. It's more the numbers. It has to do with the time, the date, the place you were born, and what else?
My friend Koji would know. She's asked me about this.
Because I'm an ideas person too. But then the manifesting generator is the person that puts it into that inspired action. So that it's like such a small degree that like we're missing, because it's like we let it out and we're like, we're gonna write a book.
I'm just excited about the thought of it.
It's gonna be this and this and this and this and this and this. And then it's like I was ready to talk to an editor. And then like luckily he was like, I'm busy this week, like reach out in a couple of weeks. And then a couple of weeks came by and I was like, what would I actually show him? I was like, I have nothing to show. I've gotta get some shit done to show something. So and I've personally been kind of harnessing my energy, and I think this is a good time, the year of the fire horse. It's that calm certainty.
Now, it's not just a normal horse. It's a fire horse. Now, what is this? Fire horse comes along every what?
I don't know how many
I think
years.
It's a special horse.
Yeah, it's a very special horse. It's a very special horse. So we're riding that calm certainty, because all horses need to know that they are in control, like that they're being controlled, that they're tamed, right? You have to train a horse to get it, but you have that precision. So I think there is something really special about, like, I've been having a few things, like I got new representation a couple weeks ago, but I'm like, I'm going to kind of keep it under wraps until I have like, you know, till I book the gig, and then I get to, you know, share that. Like I just signed and I booked the thing, you know, and with the book, I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it anymore, except for him. I'm going to keep it until I have something to show for it.
Sure.
Because it's already taken so many different like turns and twists and everything. I was like, thought it was going to be about one thing. Now it's leaning towards another thing. So, it kind of keeping it a little close to the chest before it's ready to like fully bloom. And
yeah, I don't know why I announced it like months and months and months ago. I guess I thought I was really close.
I thought it was done. That's what I was like, bring the book.
I mean, it's like post-production hell. Like you think you're so close, and there's just more and more and more and more things to check off. And also, it's like I think it was Coppola who says, films are never finished, they're only abandoned. Because you can infinitely make changes.
Yeah.
There's so many places you can make a change. And because it's about my education and knowledge in this field, and I'm active in it still, I keep learning things. And that's got to go in the book before it gets out. But you have for someone for people who are more ideators, like I don't want to get stuck in this last phase.
Mm-mm.
So I am talking about it because I want to be held accountable. I know I'm going to
You can
do it,
move through it.
but the last little pieces I have to do are like thoughtful, kind of slow integration of a few new ideas. And I'm a little bit avoiding it. So
Where's that avoidance coming from? Can I ask you?
part of it is that like troubled focus I've been having this past month. I know it's going to be like a real concentrated sit down over the course of a week. And also, I'm just a little out of gas.
Yeah.
For working on this. I've just thought so much about it, and I've expressed so much about it, and I've re-edited it so many times. And I love where it's at. But just like putting in these few little things would make it. I think I'd be happy with it then.
Yeah.
I better be. I have to be. I need to
Right.
be. I will be.
There needs to be an ending. There needs to be an end in sight. And can I just tell you, energetically, we're still in this like year of the snake. Like we don't hit the fire horse until the 17th of February, 2026. So we're still like, even in my own self, I've been noticing I'm very like, people want to invite me out. And I'm like, I don't have the energy to be going out right now. And I'm like, I have these things that I want to create and make. But I also am like I'm like feeling into like, it's January, even though it's 80 degrees in Los Angeles right now,
Bonkers.
it's the winter. I'm still hibernating, and I'm letting myself hibernate because I'm like, I know when spring is springing, I'm launching.
Okay.
So there is like, I really do like to and I'm a feminine body individual, so I'm very much like, I'm just gonna lean back into this flow. It's a little more difficult for guys to kind of just be like, I'm not doing anything, why am I not doing anything, but like to kind of let that, think of yourself as more of that, like kind of that pause, that be in that ether, be in that little bit of euphoria when we take the hit of the vape or whatever it is, and you're just in that bit of a space of like suspension. You might be a little tired, you might be a little burnout, but just think of like you're just cultivating your energy. It's just kind of like an incubator. You're just kind of like, you're just planting the seeds. Yeah, for the harvest in the spring.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's been a wild year, and in the collective, or it's dense.
Yes.
It's very dense. You just look around, and there's a lot going on in the world. So I give yourself that grace, that like you're just recollecting everything right now. You're like, okay, I want this book to be a success. I don't just want to put it out there and to fall off the face of the earth. Like you're regathering, you have these new little ideas that you want to put in there and you want to execute them. You're not finding the energy right now to execute them, but I'm sure in the next couple of weeks you will find that, and you will be like on target for April, and you will be ready to launch this, because it's just a living, breathing entity now, and you're just regaining your strength and your vitality.
I am, and I feel like it's going to lead to positive things.
I think so too.
That are like next chapter things for me.
Yeah. And what does that look like?
I don't know yet.
Are you teaching, or do you want to teach? Do you want to bring people through this book? Do you want to walk people through it?
I have a very good friend who he started as an actor out here with me, and then decided it wasn't for him, so he went into something much more practical and has done very well. But we're still very close, and he called and said, I think you should offer a service of people who are new to Hollywood. What are the best places to live that are convenient for auditioning, classes to get into, headshots, blah, 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 and much of which is in the book that he didn't know I was writing. I thought, that's a very interesting synchronicity. And then, like as of late, people have been asking me for advice or for representation kind of consulting. And my high school acting drama coach reached out to me 2 weeks ago. He said, my son is a very talented actor.
What?
He's 17. I don't know how to, I've been out of the game for so long. I don't know how to instruct him what to do next. Would you mind talking with him? And we talked, me and the teacher. And he says, actually, would you come and talk to the class? So I'm going to be going to my high school on Thursday.
Wow.
And I'm going to talk to his son, but I'm also going to be able to speak with the students.
Oh, cool.
About, who might be possibly interested in being a performer.
Right.
What is that? And now I'm thinking what I'm going to be telling them live in class.
Yeah.
So all that to say, I'm not pushing for that, but I'm open to it. And maybe that's the reason why I wrote the book.
Yeah.
Is for me to be of service in a way that's a little bit more formalized.
Yeah. I love that.
So we'll see. We'll see
see
how well this podcast ages.
Yeah. It's going to age beautifully.
Yes.
Beautifully. Well, do you have anything else you want to share? Anything else? How do you feel?
I feel very, very nice.
Good.
It's always nice to be with you.
Yes.
It's always nice to have a reason to cross from Burbank down to the opposite corner of the square.
Yep.
And
I appreciate you making the trek.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. We just we'll end up like DMing each other on Instagram and stuff, and it ends up being this good back and forth thing. And I think I was just like, we have a good conversation here. Like, let's put it on tape. Come to reality, Inspyrd.
Honored to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.